It's great to have you with us from Robert W. Plaster Stadium. Week 6 of the college football season and our EA Sports college football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the Delaware Blue Hens and the Missouri State Bears. The run inside. It's Silver. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Blue Hens in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Finds his man. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Blue Hens come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Off-play action on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the third snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
Caught, it's Graves.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Wants to throw again. Turns it upfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Blue Hens had this offense rolling. Looking to the big tight end. Way off target there. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted for the 11th time. And they'll drag him down after a good... Fresh set of downs going up top. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Blue Hens line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll... Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Finds his big tight end. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, coverage team gets the job done. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Drops back on 1st down. Out wide right, it's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Back to pass on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
In traffic, it's Graves. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field,
He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
And the Blue Hens want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw one first. Escapes the pressure going right. That's caught. It's Tyree. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Delaware. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot.
Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
The Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement.
He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 2nd and long here. They just keep firing. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And the Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Not a lot of room to field this one, and he's going to get it up. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point,
he's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
well, the defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Motion from the back. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick give. It's Ellison. At the 20, he's got space. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Graves. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the catch, it's Graves. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. From the gun. Right side, it's Graves. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Right at the line. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Drops back on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Long way to go on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the middle. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Blue Hens will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Making his first move. Coverage team gets the job done. Delaware's offense takes the field to start this drive. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. First play of this drive. Hit as he throws. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Throws for the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Wants to throw on 1st. Left side is Wilson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He's got the back in the middle. Good, strong tackle. And guys, they'll try to make up for a couple of unproductive plays here on 3rd and 10. He's taking a deep shot. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little